Afternoon, everybody. Welcome to CW Live. My name is Chris Webb, Head of Comms. On your screen, two of our national executive members. On the left of your screen is Martin Walsh. On the right of your screen is John Carson. Afternoon, gentlemen.
Afternoon, Chris.
Good to have you both with us. As I said earlier on, when we spoke to Tony Booch, another one of our executive members, we're going to try and take advantage of the fact our executives here meeting today, get some different faces on the screen so you get to hear from them. Both Martin and John have been out and about doing a lot of meetings, so I think I'll start there with you, Martin, if I can, really. Never been a more crucial time. Ballot papers have landed for the majority of members already. Thousands and thousands of them saying they voted. What's been the feeling out and about where you've been doing the membership meetings?
I think the members are in a very good place. The stakes couldn't be higher. Their sacrifice over the last 18 days of strike action has put the union in a great position. What we now have got to do is just raise those votes and make sure we come stronger in those negotiations and deliver a massive yes vote, which will get us over the line in this dispute.
Thanks, Martin. Spot on. That's been a consistent message from all of our officers and executive members and reps across the country. John, you've been doing a lot of members' meetings. You're also on the ground, doing the job as well. What is the feeling, in your mind of the members? Are they determined? Are they resolute? Are we in a good place?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the resolve of the members has been totally admirable, and I have to pay tribute to particularly the workers in my own place in Glasgow South East, and of course across the Glasgow branch area, and the stuff that we've seen in social media across all branch areas. People have been absolutely determined, absolutely resolute, because ultimately there is no trust in the strategic direction of the company under its current leadership. This is a company that people have dedicated their lives to, that younger workers have come into and have embraced and want to dedicate their lives to in terms of their service to their local communities. And the relationship that we built with local communities, especially over COVID and now under the cost of living crisis, has only deepened those bonds even further. And the fact that service is going to be absolutely decimated because of the decisions of Simon Thompson, the board, and the direction that they have taken, our members will not stand for that. And in standing up and being absolutely determined with the yes vote that they're going to deliver in this ballot, will show the company that they are serious, that the sacrifices that we have made over the recent period were worth it, and will lead us to victory in 2023.
Thank you, John. Spot on, buddy. Loads of people, by the way, saying well done to you both, reining in the yes votes. Let us know you voted. Let us know you voted yes, and I'll get them up on screen. Martin, I don't want to give away your age, mate, but this isn't your first dispute, and you've been around a little while. One of the things that has struck me in like Royal Mail's comms and their messaging to the members is like a complete lack of self-awareness of like the situation where working people are in general, where particularly their own employees are. So, for example, I think it was, we'll lose track of days now. We're on Thursday. I think it was Tuesday, where Royal Mail put out a comms, titled "The Truth" about things. On this very same day, they were recalled to Parliament for not telling the truth. And there seems to be this like surreal world where they actually believe, I think, I've said it a few times to our officers, they believe our members are stupid, that they're actually, going to buy this stuff from them. What would your message be to the members, though, who perhaps are seeing, they're getting home mailings from Royal Mail, they're getting briefings on a daily basis, they're getting bombarded on social media? What would your message to those group members be who may be a little bit weary, they've taken 18 days action and they're thinking, are Royal Mail telling the truth?
My message to those members is stick with union. There is no doubt Royal Mail has a hidden agenda during this dispute of basically ruining your job and terms and conditions. You look at what their delivery proposals are, their mail centre proposals are, their later start plans, their annualised hours approach. This is about making you work harder and faster for cheaper. And the only way you're going to stop that is standing with the union, committing yourself once again to rising up and making sure you force Royal Mail into a negotiated settlement. But you can only do that by delivering a massive yes vote, and you need to vote now.
Thanks, Mark. One of the things, John, that just come in the comments actually, is I've noticed in like the images, the videos, and the feedback from members is that sort of determination from the members. And I've seen a couple of comments here from our members, one which is saying we've just come too far to give up now. I mean, and that is a huge point, isn't it? Our members have sacrificed so much. The union's come so far down this track of challenging the company. We can't give up now at this point.
Mm-hmm. And I think of course, you can't give up, and that's why the yes vote is so important, because the minute that Royal Mail sees any sign of weakness, any kind of wobble, they will try and capitalise on that. But the reality is, as well, knowing our members as I do and working day to day on the shop floor, is that when you look at how we started this dispute, we were one, if not the first, major kind of union and major workforce that went out in the period of strikes. And as I says to our own people in Glasgow as well, we led the way on that, and showing that working class people had to stand up for their rights and to fight back. And from that, of course, you've seen the railways, teachers, nurses, and all the other workers that have been involved in that as well. So we have led the way in that. We are, leaders in the community in so many ways, and I think it's absolutely crucial that we lead it to the victory, because the reality is the loss for us in our dispute is not just a loss in isolation. It is a loss that will be felt in other disputes, and it'll be a loss that will be deeply felt within the communities, because the reality is, for people, it won't just be the working lives that are affected in these disputes. Your government, your Conservative government, and obviously the austerity that has been impacted on local councils and local authorities, this will have an impact on people's home lives as well as their working lives. So there can be no waver, and that is why a yes vote is crucial to win this dispute, but also crucial to win the many disputes that working class people are involved in, whether it is at work or whether it is at home.
Spot on. I think see a couple of you as well saying you haven't had your ballot papers yet. Give it a few more days, and if you haven't got it, say Monday, then please contact your rep, and we'll make sure we chase them down and make sure everybody gets their vote. Martin, one of the things I wanted to cover is, obviously, I can see here on this session, there's 1,200 people on. We didn't even give any sort of advance notification for it. That people are really, really interested in what the union is up to at this minute. Obviously, the stakes are high, but we have got over 100 of our reps suspended, and many members as well. We've even had some reps dismissed. So we have got gaps, and we know our field officials, our div reps, regional secretaries are getting out and they're filling those gaps. We know the executive are doing the same. But there will be officers who, at this point, perhaps haven't had a meeting. A couple of questions, really. How important is it that every office has a meeting? And second of all, how important is it that every member sees it as a duty not only to vote, but to convince their colleagues to do the same?
Yeah, look, first off, I want to shout out to all those reps and members who's continued to be suspended, some who have been dismissed. This union will stand with you to the end. We will get you back. In terms of how important basically it is to have a meeting, and I think, there are reps who've been suspended, there's some reps who's maybe sick, etc. The important bit is contact the branch, contact the division, and try and get a meeting up, because you deserve it. But equally, let's be clear, there's enough information out there, there's enough information on Facebook, on social media. The reasons haven't changed. In fact, they've increased why you need to deliver a yes vote. And they are quite clear that Royal Mail at this moment in time aren't willing to negotiate on revisions, want to impose change. They want to make sure you move later. They don't want to do a reasonable pay deal, and they are still attacking your terms and conditions. Only by voting yes will you change that. And those are the reasons why ultimately there is a line in the sand. You either support Royal Mail's agenda or you support the union in trying to making sure that we get the right agreement. I know you will support the union.
Thanks, Ryan. Brilliant. And loads of great stats and facts in there. I'm going to give you both now, coming to you first, John, if I can, the opportunity just to give any final messages for a moment or so to the members watching this.
Yeah, so I suppose just say again to pay tribute to the members and everything that they've done so far. And they've seen the gate meetings, and we've held gate meetings ourselves in Glasgow and elsewhere. And that is the crucial strength that we have that Royal Mail doesn't have. Royal Mail's communications, whether it is their letters or their posts on social media, or whether it's Simon Thompson's wind up in workplace, that is all professionally driven. It's all driven by these external advisors. Whereas you look at the strength of what we have and what this union has, the strength this union has is the members, the members. That is the biggest strength, and it's those conversations in the workplace. Is what the comms has produced in the CW, and it's been produced by the people and the values that have built up this union, which, like I say, is the members. So that is absolutely crucial in winning this dispute. So the only way that we can overpower the millionaires that run Royal Mail is by every single one of the members sticking together and voting yes. So we're still here, we're still on it, and we will have victory in 2023.
Spot on, John. We're very much still here, mate. Martin, your closing words, buddy.
Look, I think it's really important over the next few days to make sure we maximise the yes vote. And, you know, ask your colleague, ask your friend, have they voted yet? I know the union will be chasing up over the next week or so to make sure that every vote is secured. Because only by delivering that yes vote will we get Royal Mail to concede on some of the issues at the moment they are holding out on. And they are such important issues as the reps and members, as the revisions, as later starts, fundamental parts of this dispute. Only by delivering another yes vote will we get concessions and win this dispute. Please make sure you vote. Please continue to support the union. Thank you.
Well, firstly, thank you to Martin. Thank you, John. I know you didn't give you any notice. In fact, about 3 seconds notice, and you both agreed to do it. So thanks to you both. You've been excellent. Most of all, though, thank you to all of you who've jumped on, and all of you who've already said you voted yes and that you're going to get behind what Martin and John have said, which is you're going to get out there and convince colleagues to do the same. Let's keep getting the vote out, everyone, and we'll see you all soon.